Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about when the narcissist mask actually falls off. Because I had some people on a post say, well, my narcissist, their mask didn't fall off after 10 years. And my response to that is, that's impossible. Okay? That is impossible. A narcissist mask will generally fall off within 3 to 6 months in most cases, sometimes up to a year. But after a year, there's going to definitely have been signs that that narcissist was a narcissist. It's just either you didn't recognize the signs or you ignored the signs. But see, a person cannot keep up that act for a long period of time. And why is that? Because that's not their true, authentic self. So if you didn't recognize the mask coming off, you didn't know the red flags. So let me get into some of the red flags of when a narcissist mask comes off. You'll notice a narcissist mask is coming off. This is a big one, you guys. When that narcissist starts to disappear, okay? They're giving excuses why they can't see you. They're giving you an excuse why they didn't call you all night. These are all red flags that they could be seeing another supply or they had another supply. That's one set of circumstances. Now, another red flag is how they talk to you, okay? A narcissist during the love bombing is very charming, very amenable, always wants to please you. You know, they're very consistent. And as time goes by, after 3 to 6 months, they can't keep up the act. You're going to see less consistency with them. You're going to maybe see less attention from them because either they got the supply from you or they're bored with the supply from you. And once they start to show you, a little bit more distance, then you know that the mask is starting to fall off. And they could be talking to other people or they're losing interest because, narcissists get bored very easily. So all of these are red flags. Now, a mask will come off at certain times depending on the supply that the narcissist is after. Excuse me. If a narcissist is after sex, generally that mask is going to come off after about 3 to 6 months, okay? It's a quick one because narcissists that are after sex, there's a lot of sex supply out there, okay? We're going to talk about supply and demand. So there's a lot of sex supply out there. So a narcissist, they're not going to put a lot of work into you because there's a lot of other options because of social media. They can, reach out and find other supply very easily. Instagram inbox, Facebook Messenger, all the other apps, dating apps. So that mask of a person looking for sex is going to come off very, very quickly, you guys. A narcissist who's looking for something big, money, they're looking to move into your house or something, they want something financial. They're going to put on the act even longer, and they're really going to be the extreme love bombers because they know they have to put the work in to get a big supply, a big payout. So they're going to hold themselves in check and try to be really nice to you, even though they may disdain you underneath. And you'll see that later on when the relationship breaks down, how they truly felt about you. Towards the end of the relationship is when you're really going to know how that person feels about you. Because once the narcissist feels you're a dead end, that they can't get anything out of you, or you put up those strong boundaries and you're not going to put up with them and you're not going to give them supply, that's when that narcissist is going to be wicked with it, and they're going to tell you exactly how they feel, and they're going to try to cut you down. That's the true, authentic narc that you're seeing, okay? So how do you get that mask to fall off? It's very simple, you guys. Like a lot of people say, just tell the narcissist no. And the narcissist will either, say something to you, or they could even get nasty with it. If it's something really big, sometimes the narcissist will say, okay, that's fine, because they're going to still try to manipulate you for that supply. But if they really feel that supply is a dead end, then they're going to, say something nasty to you and then be on their way. Or they're just going to, run stone cold on you because they're going to be reaching out to other supply. They're going to look at you as a dead end. They may not cut it off with you because a lot of times narcissists will not burn a bridge. They'll keep you around so that they always have a backup plan if they want to come back to you, and they leave you in the dark and you're thinking, you're still in a relationship with this person. So when you put up that boundary to them, they'll be contacting you less. They'll be seeing you less because now they know it's not so easily available to get that supply from you. They're going to be busy with somebody else. Okay. So if you're not getting a lot of attention from that narc, you can trust and believe that attention is going elsewhere. It's going to someone else. They're focusing in on someone else. Narcissists are not, they're not going to be fair and partial to you and say, oh, okay, let's just go our separate ways. No, they don't care about you. They don't care about wasting your time. They will string you along for years if they can. There's narcissists that string people along for years, using them for sex and dangling a carrot that they're going to get married to them and everything like that. And meanwhile, they're off doing their own things. That's why when you're dealing with somebody, you have to be progressive with it, okay? If it's not moving to the next level and you're just drifting with this narcissist, they could be just using you for something. And sometimes it's not even necessarily sex. Sometimes the narcissist keeps reaching out to you because they like the attention that you give them. They like talking to you from their job and they're bored and it helps them burn the clock, okay? They're using you to, fill in their time. So it's got to be up to you to cut that narcissist off. But the point of this podcast is about when the mask comes off. So, you guys, what do I always say when we're dealing with narcissists? You have to be 100% focused when you're dealing with a narcissist. And education is key. So you need to know those red flags. Now, what are some of the red flags that the mask is, coming off? They're going to gaslight you. When you call them out on something, they're going to deny it and say it didn't happen like that, or you don't remember that right, or they may even call you crazy. Somebody calls you crazy, red flag, red flag, red flag. 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a narc that's trying to discredit you because you are calling them out for something. That is a red flag, okay? Also, you've got to look at the tone of how somebody talks to you. In the beginning, oh, the narcissist is so charming. Oh, they're so sweet. They're sweet as sugar and honey. But as the conversations go on, they're going to lose their patience with you, okay? Because it was all an act. So now they're getting frustrated or bored, or both. And now you're going to notice in your conversation with them, they could be a little curt with you, all right? Maybe they don't want to hear so much about what's going on in your life. They could care less. All right. Or maybe they'll be sarcastic with you, or maybe they'll roll their eyes or give you a smirk. Red flag, red flag, red flag. You guys, red flag, red flag, red flag. This is somebody who's mocking you, but is not coming out and saying it directly. All right. These are all red flags. And a lot of times people don't recognize the mask coming off because they're dealing with a covert narcissist that doesn't tell you how they truly feel. So they string you along. Okay. But you've got to look at the nonverbal body language of that narcissist. Okay. Are they listening to you? Are they validating what you're saying? Okay, they could disagree with you, but are they respectful in doing so? Do they show you a level of respect? Or are they starting to get nasty with it? Once you start to see somebody starting to get nasty with it, or you have a really bad argument with the narc, this could be the mask coming off. They're losing their patience with you. So they're not this sweet, wonderful person that you thought in the beginning. Everybody's nice in the beginning, you guys. They have on their best face in the beginning. But as time goes by, what happens is they put their guard down and they let themselves go a little. And now they feel a little bit more comfortable with you. Once that narcissist feels comfortable with you, or once that narcissist knows that they've got you, really, once that narcissist feels that they've got you, that's when that mask is going to slip. And especially if they're not after, your bank account or something like that. If they're after something big, like they're looking for money, they're looking for you to start a business with them, then yeah, they're going to keep up the charming routine till they get it. But if they're not going to get it, or they're not looking for that, and they just feel that they've got you, that's when the mask is going to start to fall, because they're starting to get bored with you. So the mask is going to fall when they feel completely comfortable that they've got you, or that they feel they're starting to get bored with you. See, narcissists, they need constant excitement. So once they start to feel like indifferent to you, once you start to see that indifference from the narcissist, you pretty much know that relationship is over. That narcissist has checked out, and most likely, if they're indifferent to you, it's because they're talking to somebody else and they don't care. They're not worried about keeping you around. The only time they're going to keep trying to draw you back in is if you have something that they want. But if they could replace whatever they're getting from you, you're going to see complete indifference, and they're really not going to care. But there's always red flags. And I'm telling you, that mask is going to come off in general, depending on what that narcissist is looking for, between 3 and 6 months. Okay? And if a narcissist is able to keep up the mask to a year, that's because they want something big out of you. Okay? They want something big out of you, which is usually financial. Maybe they want to move into your house. Maybe they want, you to invest in a business. Maybe they want to get money out of you. It's something big, okay, if they can keep that mask on for a year. But in general, I've never even seen, the only one who could keep a mask on for a year generally is a professional scammer. And what they'll do is, that's why I say you got to be real careful with the scammers, and especially on the dating apps, you guys, because they may not ask you for anything till after a year. So now they've earned your trust within that year. They put in the work. A professional scammer, that's somebody that's a very, very good manipulator in getting money out of somebody, okay? In that particular instance, they are going to put on the Academy Award act and do it consistently because there's a big payout of money there. But a narcissist who's just looking for sex, that mask is going to come off, you guys, in 3 to 6 months. And you, like I said, know those red flags. Those red flags is going to be that narcissist is going to disappear on you, okay? When somebody's using you primarily just for sex, they're going to come on strong. They're going to show you a lot of attention in the beginning, in like the first 3 months or something like that. And then it's going to start to wane. They're not going to be reaching out to you as much. They're not going to be texting you as much. They're not going to care if they see you as much. And it's going to be you that's going to be chasing after them after a while, because you're going to be thirsty for that attention that you once had, and now you're not getting it because you're suffering from withdrawal of the attention that you were getting. And that's because you were probably dealing with a narcissist that was after some sort of sexual supply, or they weren't looking for something really, really big. But in general, okay, the mask always comes off. It's always going to come off. That is not that person's true, authentic character. It's like when a detective tries to catch a liar, okay, or a murderer. They question them, okay? So they're going to question them, and they're going to bombard them with a bunch of questions, okay? The person who's in the hot seat is going to answer. And then what are they going to do, these detectives, to catch the liar? They're going to question them again after 3 days or longer. And why is that? Because they know that person, let's say it's a trial, it's somebody that they're interrogating for murder or something like that. They know that person is going to forget what they said, okay? This is how they bust them. And when they're going to ask them, and they're going to bombard them with those questions again, only they're going to put those questions in a different order. And that's how they're going to catch the liar, because the liar can't remember. or they can't remember the sequence of events when they switch it up and they let a few days go by. And this is how they bust a lot of people that are lying about a murder case. Okay, you see this a lot in crime stories and all of that. And it's like the same when we're talking about a narcissist. They can't keep it up. So they are a basic liar, and they're going to forget what they tell you. So a narcissist is going to tell you one thing, and in time, they're going to start telling you something else. Like they may tell you about a sob story in their childhood in the beginning. And guess what? As time goes by, they're going to forget they even told you that or details of that. And then when you bring it up to them, they're going to say, oh, what are you talking about? Or something like that. Oh, I was never abused in a childhood, because they can't remember their lies. And this is how you bust somebody that is fake and phony, because you're going to start to see that it all doesn't add up. Okay, it all doesn't add up, because the truth, there's always power in the truth. The truth is the truth. It's factual. There's always power in the truth, but there is not power in lies. Okay, because it's not the truth, and people forget what it is. And that's how you're going to see that this person is not authentic. Okay, because it's not the truth, so they're not able to remember it in that way. But what they're going to do is they're going to give you that word salad. They're going to, brainwash you and gaslight you to make you think things didn't happen that way. So you're going to know that the mask is coming off when you start to feel confusion, okay? When you start to feel any kind of confusion in your relationship, ding, 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 ding. You're not dealing with a transparent person. I hate to tell you, because when somebody is transparent, you will not be in the darkness. And this is why I did my posts about darkness and light. Narcissists are people who are in darkness, okay? They're underhanded. They're underground. They're people of lies and deception, okay? They're not of the light. So when you start to see any kind of confusion in a relationship that you have, it's not adding up. They're saying one thing, they're doing another. You are dealing with a deceptive person. You're dealing with a liar that's not being transparent. You've got to recognize it. These are all subtle clues. The mask is coming off, okay, you guys? So recognize when that mask is coming off. How they talk to you, the attention they give you. Do they follow through? Are they consistent? Are they responsible? Are they the same person they said they were from the beginning? No, no, no. And that's when you see that the mask is coming off. They're not the same person that they were in the first 3 months. That's when you're going to know that that mask is coming off. But when people come back to me and they say, oh, I was married or I was in a relationship 10, 20 years and the mask didn't come off after 20 years. No, that mask came off earlier. What came off was the fact that you opened your eyes and you saw the red flags and everything after 20 years. But those red flags were always there, you guys. They were always there. It's just that you educated yourself, and unfortunately, you saw them later on once you start to recognize what a red flag was, okay? So trust me when I tell you, somebody's true, authentic character, it is going to come out within a year. It's going to come out within a year. Okay. So, even though you're floating along with that narcissist and maybe, you're able to stay in a relationship with them, let's say 2-3 years or something like that. And you're saying, oh, the mask didn't come off till year 3. No, the mask came off. There were red flags there, but maybe it wasn't that bad. So you didn't see it and you went along with the relationship, and then the relationship got bad. And that's when you thought the mask fell off. No, that mask had fallen off sooner. There were always red flags there sooner, but you probably thought you didn't recognize them, or you didn't think they were substantial to be anything. You just thought that was, somebody's personality or something. You didn't think it was a big deal, and you didn't recognize it as somebody being narcissistic. Okay. So I hope that helps you guys understand this. All right. A narcissist can't keep it up. Period. End of story. That's why if you're dating somebody who's a shady narcissist, you want to drag it out, okay? You want to You want to take it slow, move slowly, watch what they say, watch what they do, watch their pattern of behavior, look at their prior track record, and I guarantee you, if you do that, you are going to know exactly who the fuck you're dealing with. And take a look at their family. I can't say this enough, because where they come from tells you a lot, okay? A lot about who you're dealing with, okay? What is their relationship to their parents, all right? Are they always looking for that parent's validation because maybe their parent was narcissistic and the person you're with is a narcissist that's constantly seeking validation from their toxic narcissistic parent? Or they're going to triangulate and bring that other person, their parent, their mother, their father, into your relationship. You do not want that. You better run, okay, if you're dealing with that, because the relationship will not just be with you and that person. It's going to be with you and their narcissistic parent, all right? Very important, you guys, all right? And especially when you get in a serious relationship, because that's when family becomes more important. It's a whole different ball game when you're dating somebody to when you marry somebody. When you marry somebody, that's when family starts to become important. That's when you got to deal with these people on holidays, especially if you have kids, little kids' birthday parties, and you got to face these people. So you better take a look at that person's background, all right? So I hope that helps you guys. If it did, please hit the subscribe button. Please share the podcast, and have a great day. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.